There's nothing else on earth that can actually give you that feeling of self-confidence than knowing that you are a fucking survivor and that you are willing to do anything, including blow up your whole life. I didn't care how many times it took, how many iterations of myself that I had to recreate. I was never in a million years ever going to go bend the knee and go live somebody else's life to get a pat on the back. Because to me, that was a far worse fate than death itself. Death for a lot of people is actually liberation from the situations that they cannot stand. I would just slowly put one foot in front of the other, one fucking day at a time. Sometimes it was 1 minute at a time. It was so fucking tough to even dream or think about tomorrow or yesterday. It was just about, where am I going to get my next meal? Where am I going to rest my head tonight? And when your life is that simple and you are aligned with your spirit, I was happy. That's the bizarre part about it. I had never faced so much happiness and genuine joy waking up every day than just being involved in the jeopardy and chaos of the whole thing, because I was living out my own destiny. I was creating my story. I was no longer beholden to fake authorities in the form of bosses, in the form of your parents. It's all a joke. Teachers, professors, it's all fake. It's all fake. And when you show Freddy Krueger that you're no longer scared of him, he disappears from your fucking dreams. All the authority around you is fucking fake. Your boss doesn't really have that much fucking power over you. You're playing a game, you're playing a role. And that's the one thing that I've learned more than anything, is every motherfucker is playing a role with every cast of characters that are involved in their life. And it is completely up to you to choose what role you are playing. One of the best sayings I've ever heard is, there are no victims, there are only volunteers. And I die by that principle. There are no victims, there are only volunteers. People sign up for the relationships, they train the people around them how to treat them. It's all by design. Even if you have been victimized, understand that you played a role. You decided. You have a choice every fucking day to be who you want to be. And that's where I got my mantra, that there is nothing more powerful than self-reinvention. Because you can reinvent yourself at any given moment that you choose. You can walk away and give a cold shoulder to all the fake authority in your life and live out your destiny. And my story is one of complete triumph, because I pushed through the mud for years. It took me years after that experience. And that's just one tip of the iceberg from the heartbreak and catastrophe that I have experienced on my way to some semblance of stability, which is still fucking hard for me, because I think stability is a fucking illusion. The only fucking solace that I get nowadays is in my own strength and in my solitude. That's it. There ain't anything else that you can fall back on. When the chips are down and you're in a true crisis situation, it ain't your money that's going to bail you out. Your money, if you're in a true crisis, if you're in a true emotional crisis, your money will 100% metastasize and make that situation worse. I'll tell you why. Because you're going to use the money and try to spend your way out of it. And when you do that, you miss the fucking tough lessons. You miss the fucking whole gist of life and what it's all about. It's all about sitting with yourself in those moments and staying fucking true to your path. Because all the answers are in the fucking mirror. That's it. There is no human on earth has the answers for you. They're in the mirror. And it's really fucking hard for somebody to look in that mirror, because you are horrified at what you've become and the things that you are denying in your spirit. You cannot be successful on this planet if you deny and you constantly suppress and push down your interests and desires. I tweeted about this the other day. The most faggoty fucking gay thing you can do as a man is to hide, obscure, and disguise what you are truly interested in this life to make any other motherfucker happy. I don't care if it's your kid. I don't care if it's Christ himself. You have an obligation to yourself to live out your destiny. Parents do not have children so that their children can be clones of them. You have a child so your child can have its own unique experience. I am a father. I have an 18-month-old baby. And my mission is to allow him to have his own fucking unique experience and not be anything like me if he doesn't so choose. My job is to guide, and that's all I can do. But I will not overstep that boundary because it was done to me, and it is extremely fucking destructive. And I'm one of the lucky ones because I never quit and I never gave up. But you are only a fucking loser once you quit. Once you quit. And my process has taught me to respect the motherfucking game over everything else. Because the game is all you have, and guess what? You're forced to play it whether you want to or not. Every lifestyle you choose, you're playing the game. Even if you decide to be a fucking slob on unemployment, sitting on your couch, watching soap operas all day, you still gotta play the game. So why not give it your best motherfucking shot with the very brief snapshot of time that you have on this planet? Why wouldn't you see how far you could possibly go and how far you could take it? How hard you could drive your body? Do you understand how durable your body is? How fucking durable the human brain is? Extremely fucking durable. So the game comes first, and you have to fucking respect the game because you are a player. You hit the ground running when you were born, and there's no way to stop running. So play it as hard as you can, as earnestly as you can. Because if you can't prove to anybody that you can play the game, then everything that you do ends up as a fucking cope. That's why I always say, if you become an ascetic monk, if you become a meditator, if you become a yogi, all those things are fucking great. But beat the game first. Find a threshold of success. And then it's fucking cool to run off to the mountains, to the hot springs, and go meditate and fuck with monks for a month. Because you're rich. You beat the game. You proved it. But if you haven't proven that you can play it, that you can make money, that you can be financially independent, that you can help other people, that you can give other people opportunities, that you can be influential, that you can be a leader, then what the fuck are you doing sitting in a meditative stance all day contemplating the cosmos? You lost.